The life cycle stories. The egg, the larva, the pupa, and the imago. The monarch is one of our most common summertime visitors. Its widespread habitat ranges from its native America to many faraway places. Butterflies belong to the only order of insects which have wings covered with scales. The male monarch has a little black mark on each lower wing, distinguishing him from the female. This mark is thought to be a scent sac, which emits an odor that attracts the female. The monarch is one of few insects known to migrate as birds do in the fall. Heading for the sun, large swarms rest over springtime. They will return northward individually. The female monarch lays her eggs on one particular family of plants. The leaf of this species is long and broad. By time-lapse photography, its dainty flowers appear to burst open like kernels of popcorn. If you have not recognized the leaf or flower of this familiar plant, surely you have seen these silken parachuted seeds drifting about in the crisp autumn air. The white bitter juice of this plant gives it its name, milkweed. The bitterness is probably transmitted to the monarch in feeding, and may be the reason why birds rarely attack this butterfly. The monarch is sometimes called the milkweed butterfly because its life is so closely associated with various species of the milkweed plant. Recognizing the milkweed instantly, the female monarch alights momentarily and deposits a single egg. Quickly she is on her way again to lay more eggs. She lays her eggs on the tender upper leaves of the plant, usually on the underside of the leaf. Thus the caterpillar finds itself near a good food supply when it hatches out in 3 to 5 days. The larva is born with a big appetite. Its first meal is the empty eggshell. Then, as a tiny creature no bigger than a pinhead, it begins to eat its way through comparatively huge quantities of milkweed leaves, and in less than 2 weeks' time, it grows into a caterpillar nearly 1,000 times its original size. The caterpillar grows so fast that its skin cannot stretch enough to accommodate this growth. So the skin splits open along the back of the head, and the caterpillar squirms out of it. This process, called molting, is repeated several times during the larval stage. After molting, the caterpillar turns around and devours the old skin. Rapid growth through all stages of development makes possible several generations each season. As it travels about, the caterpillar spins from its mouth a track of sticky silk, which adheres readily to the plant. On its abdomen, it has 5 pairs of false legs called prolegs, which are the caterpillar's main locomotive system. Little hooks on the tips of the prolegs make it easier to hold on to the silk track than to the leaf. When hungry, the monarch caterpillar sometimes cuts a notch inside of a leaf rib. It then crawls to the extreme end of the leaf, As it nears full growth, the caterpillar has a tremendous appetite. A whole milkweed patch, all by itself. So it eats and eats, hold another mountain of silk on the rib of the leaf. The caterpillar fastens this button more secure to the leaf, by spinning a web of silk across the button and out of the leaf in all directions. Now the caterpillar silk button by squeezing the button firmly between its rear or anal prolegs. The other prolegs lose their hold on the leaf, one pair at a time. Suddenly, the caterpillar swings downward, suspended from the leaf by its ingenious silk trapeze. It hangs thus in the shape of the letter J for about 8 to 12 hours. At frequent intervals, it wriggles and twists and squirms. Finally, with a determined effort, it straightens its body downward. The skin splits open behind its head. Its body works strenuously as a strange creature emerges from within the skin. This is the pupa, or chrysalis. It is undergoing a complete change of structure through one of the most mysterious processes in all of nature. We call this process metamorphosis, which means a change in form. Just before the skin has been shed entirely, the caterpillar pulls its pupal tail from within the skin. To the end of this tail is attached a black, horny barb called a cremaster. The barb is covered with tiny hooks. It is plunged into the silk button. The hooks are embedded deeper and deeper by the violent contortions of the chrysalis. When completely shaped, the chrysalis is a beautiful jade green pod, banded with a stripe of gold and one of black, and further adorned with scattered flakes of gold. But most remarkable of all, it bears on its surface a distinct outline of the butterfly it is to become. The chrysalis hangs motionless for a period of 8 to 15 days. Very little change is apparent until the last 2 or 3 days of the pupal stage. Then the color gradually darkens. This is the last day of the metamorphosis. Watch closely now, for you are about to witness one of nature's grandest dramas. This indescribably beautiful creation was but a few days ago a lowly, crawling caterpillar. But now, its recreated body is pumping fluid into the veins of wings destined for the glorious freedom of the boundless skies. In about 10 to 15 minutes after its emergence from the chrysalis shell, the wings will be fully expanded. The monarch droops them limply to dry them in the warm rays of the sun. In a few hours, they will be thoroughly dry and stiffened by the hardening of the fluid. At last it tries its wings and rises with majestic power to frolic in the sunny meadows, to seek the sparkling nectar of the flowers, to add a new generation of beauty to this wonderful world.